listen ha, ang importante lang dito is the trade-off. Okay? Ano ba tong economic conditions? There are costs kasi class involved sa queuing systems. Depending on which side you will take. No? If you take the side of the service provider, yung nagbibigay ng service, the customers will always complain if the waiting time is too long. Agree, disagree? Take it from the point of view of the customer. Customers will always complain if the waiting time is too long. In fact, they may not just complain, they may actually leave and never come back to you. Agree, disagree?
Agree, sir.
Okay. Okay lang. Naintindihan ko, medyo gutom na yata kayo, no? Wala na ring lakas yung boses, parang wala nang wala nang energy. Okay, so sige. Cost 'yon. If you don't provide good service such that customers wait for a long time, then there is a cost of not providing good service. May cost 'yan. And the costs are oftentimes intangible. Okay? Costs are oftentimes intangible, but there are also some tangible costs. Okay? Bakit intangible? Kasi kapag ang isang customer na dissatisfied because of your poor service, then what that customer can do is to complain. Okay? And of course, yung complaint niya may be a tangible thing, pero yung cost of that complaint may be intangible. Okay? A customer can also badmouth you to other potential customers. So may makita siya sa kalsada, sasabihin niya, ay huwag kang pupunta dyan, hindi masarap ang pagkain dyan. Tapos ang tagal-tagal pa ng service, nag-order lang ako ng isang pansit, inabot ako ng isang oras bago ako mabigyan ng pansit. Okay? The customer can badmouth you. And lastly, and worse, if you are still hoping that that customer will come back to you for a repeat sale or business, that customer may not come back to you forever. And worse, will just go to your competitor and make your competitor richer. So it is very obvious that there are two components of cost that we have to think about and to balance. The first one, okay, actually second one dito, is what I have just mentioned to you, yung cost of waiting. Okay? Yung cost of waiting consists of opportunity loss of customers who get impatient and leave. Okay? Or a possible loss of repeat business due to dissatisfaction. So yun yung waiting cost mo. And normally, this waiting cost is very, very hard to quantify. Pero once ma-figure out mo, more or less, kung ilan yung nabawas sa sales mo because of your poor service, then you would be able to calculate what we call CW, or the cost of waiting per, say, per hour. Every hour na nag-iintay yung customer, per customer, ma-measure mo yung CW. So that's the cost of waiting. Okay? The unit cost of waiting pala. Okay? Now, the other component is the component that will balance this. Okay? So for you to reduce, para ma-reduce mo tong cost of waiting na to, yung total waiting cost mo. Sorry, I should not put it here. I should put it here. Para ma-reduce mo tong waiting cost na to, dapat i-increase mo ngayon yung service cost mo. Okay? I always refer, instead of facility cost, kasi facility may be misleading, I always refer to it as service cost. The cost of providing good service, in other words. So, di ba, class, kung gusto mong mabawasan yung waiting time ng mga customers mo, give me one possible solution. On the top of your mind, give me one possible solution. Kunyari, nasa supermarket counter ka, cashier, or nasa McDonald's ka, or nasa bangko ka. Para ma-reduce yung waiting time ng customer, yung pila, anong pwedeng gawin ng bangko, o ng fast food, or ng supermarket?
Magbukas ng counter.
Magbukas ng mas maraming counter pagka tawag dito, pagka supermarket ka. And take note that every counter requires one cashier and one POS machine. Yung doon nila kinikiin lahat ng mga binibili mo, di ba? So, every additional counter has a corresponding cost. Pero, every additional counter then that you open would reduce your waiting cost, would reduce the dissatisfaction of your customer. Di ba? So, ang tanong na lang dyan, gaano karaming counters ang bubuksan mo para yung reduction sa waiting cost mo can justify yung additional facility cost mo and additional labor cost mo. Take note doon sa supermarket, meron kang facility cost kasi kailangan may additional counter ka, facility cost yon. Kailangan may additional terminal ka, POS, point of sale system. Kailangan may software ka. So may additional facility cost ka. Tapos may additional labor cost ka pa, yung tao. Diba? So ilan ang dapat mong buksan para ma-justify, di ba? Ano dapat yung reduction sa waiting cost mo para ma-justify yung increase in facility cost mo? Naintindihan? So kahit sa bangko, para magdagdag ka ng isang teller, dapat mayroong additional space. So kunyari yung bangko mo, 3 lang yung window. 3 lang yung window, so therefore 3 lang yung tellers na pwede. Pero araw-araw ang haba ng pila. So kung magde-decide yung bangko na magdagdag ng isa pang window, kailangan magko-construct sila. 'Di ba? Mag-e-expand sila doon sa space na meron sila ngayon. Magko-construct sila, mag-hire sila ng additional teller at mag-hire sila ng magkukuha sila ng either counting machine or whatever, 'di ba? May mga facility investment costs 'yan. Okay. Nakuha niyo ba, class? Dalawa yung pinaglalaroan natin dito. Pag in-increase ko yung service cost ko, yung cost of providing better service, bababa yung waiting cost ko, definitely. Kasi kung hindi bumaba yun, it's not worth improving your service, di ba? Kasi hindi naman bumaba yung dissatisfaction eh. So, pag nag-increase yung service cost ko, automatic yung waiting cost ko dapat bumaba. Pero kapag nag-reduce ako ng service cost ko, yung waiting cost ko naman tataas. So, we now have to find that balance. Okay? So, to find that balance, we now model it as total cost is equal to the service cost plus waiting cost. So, for a service firm, okay, parehong cost sa'yo yan eh. If you don't provide good service and customers are dissatisfied, you have a waiting cost. Okay? If you maintain a certain facility and number of servers, you have a service cost. So your total queuing cost is actually service cost plus waiting cost. Okay? So naintindihan na ha, yung service cost is yung facility, yung labor, yung machines, etc. Okay? Yung waiting cost naman, yan yung mga mas intangible, mas mahirap i-quantify. Okay? Yan yung mga opportunity na nalulose mo if the customers do not come back because they are dissatisfied. Okay? Yan yung waiting cost. So, CW, to quantify the waiting cost na itong WC, we simply, usually sa problem, given ito. In real life, mahirap tong i-estimate. Okay, so kailangan may mga studies tayo, may mga time and motion studies tayo to observe the customers and to see also from the accounting side, from the sales side, kung meron bang nababawas na customer, okay, because of the excessive waiting. So, qualitative and quantitative data collection ang kailangan natin para ma-estimate natin itong CW. But for purposes of problem solving, the cost of having one customer wait per period, per unit time, is given. Okay? And once you are given this, may cost per unit time ka, all you have to do, since every queuing model, mako-compute naman natin yung W from case 1 to case 7. So therefore, ang kailangan mong malaman muna is anong case yung queuing system. Anong model yan? Case 1 ba yan? Case 2 or case 7? Okay? Pag nalaman mo na kung anong case, hanapin mo na ngayon yung formula at i-compute mo na ngayon yung W for that case. for that queuing model. Pag na-compute mo yung W is the average waiting time of a customer in the system. So, ito yung gaano katagal naghihintay yung customer bago siya makaalis doon sa system mo. Okay? So, pag minultiply mo yung average waiting time ng customer by the cost per unit time, makukuha mo ngayon yung average waiting cost per customer. Okay? And that average waiting cost, W times CW, pag minultiply mo naman ng lambda, okay? Lambda is the arrival yung dami ng pumapasok sa system. So pag minultiply mo yung average cost per customer times the number of customers na nakakapasok sa system, which is your arrival, this whole thing becomes your total waiting cost of the system. Kaya, in the end, the total waiting cost is just given by this formula. L times CW. Okay, CW. So L can just be computed from your queuing model case numbers. So depende kung ano yung case number. Okay? So ulit ha, total cost is equal to service cost plus WC. WC can be calculated using this formula. Okay? Service cost, on the other hand, refers to facility cost, machine cost, labor cost, and usually would be given explicitly in the problem. Okay? Ibibigay yan. Okay? So, you just have to add it up. Walang special formula service cost. You just have to add the facility cost per unit time, the machine cost per unit time, the labor cost per unit time, the overhead cost per unit time, etc. You just have to add it all up, okay, to get your total service cost. Right? So, once you get the total cost, you are now in a position to evaluate certain recommendations. So, kunyari, nag-recommend ako, magdagdag tayo ng isang tao. Okay? Then, mako-compute mo na yung total cost mo kapag isang tao ka lang, and then yung total cost mo kapag nagdalawang tao ka na. Okay? Or pag nagtatlong tao ka. Mako-compute mo yun. Iko-compare mo. Whichever gives you the lower total cost is the alternative that you should be selecting. Okay, or is the recommendation that you should be choosing. Okay, I'll stop here. Any questions? Super extended na tayo. May questions ba?
None, sir.
Naintindihan pa?
Yes po.
Okay, I'll take 5 more minutes. Dito na lang. TC is equal to SC plus WC. And alam naman natin, parang yung sa accounting ninyo, no? Fixed cost and variable cost. Alam naman natin that as the number of units increase, your fixed cost will stay the same. Di ba? Tapos yung variable cost nyo will increase. So parang ganito. Okay? Variable cost mo, habang tumataas yung number of units mo, yung variable cost mo tumataas din. Yung fixed cost mo naman per unit, habang tumataas yung number of units mo, nasa spread out sa number of units yung fixed cost mo. So kunyari yung rent mo, okay? Yung rent mo fixed yan for a month. Pero kapag tumadami yung benta mo, nasa spread out ngayon yung cost na yon per unit. Kaya in effect, the cost per unit decreases. Ganon din yung service cost at saka waiting cost. So tingnan nyo yung mga nakabilog ha. Pag ang service capacity mo or yung capacity mo to provide good service increases, habang tumataas yung service capacity mo, notice what happens to your waiting cost. Nag-start yung waiting cost mo dito kasi ang service capacity mo maliit. Okay? Hindi maganda service mo. Pero habang gumaganda yung service mo, lumalaki yung capacity mo, ano nangyayari sa waiting cost? Bumababa, di ba? Bumababa siya. So, pagdating mo dito, malaki yung service capacity mo, yung waiting cost mo maliit na lang. Pero ang service cost mo, habang ini-increase mo yung quality of service mo, yung capacity mo to serve, mapapansin mo yung service cost mo, facility, labor, etc., tumataas. Okay? So, you now have two cost items, SC and WC, that behave in two different directions. Okay? And therefore, if I want to add them, service cost plus W cost to get the total cost, okay, this is the resulting total cost curve. Ito yung resulting total cost curve. So makikita ninyo na meron siyang minima. Okay? Meron siyang point. Okay? Meron siyang service. Itong point na to, ito yung optimal service level. What do I mean by optimal service level? Ibig sabihin, merong service level, number of servers, number of machines, number of square meters of facility, that would give you the lowest total cost. Then the lowest total cost is a balance. Okay? Lowest total cost does not mean that you don't have a dissatisfied customer. It does not mean that you do not have waiting cost. Meron ka pa rin waiting cost. As you can see, your waiting cost is this much. Ito yun, no? Ito yung waiting cost mo. Okay? Meron ka pa rin waiting cost. Pero, ito na yung pinaka-optimum level para mabalanse mo yung service cost mo at saka yung waiting cost mo. So, the objective of service management really, or queuing management, is to balance the two costs, service versus waiting. So parang imagine a seesaw, di ba? Pag tumaas yung isa, bababa yung isa. Pag tumaas naman yung kabila, bababa naman yung isa. Okay? So paano mo ibabalanse? How do you let it stay? How do you let the seesaw stay in the middle? Okay? That is our objective. Okay? And in finding this optimal service level, of course, you can keep computing, okay, ano ba yung total cost ko kapag isang server? Ano yung total cost ko pag dalawang server? And so on, pag tatlo, and so on. And then hanapin mo yung lowest total cost. Or you can do differential calculus. Diba? Pwede mong gawin derivative ng total cost with respect to C, yung number of servers mo. Okay? Ilang servers bago mo ma-optimize yung total cost. Pwede mong gawin yon kasi maximum minima lang naman ito eh. So you can just go back to your differential calculus and see how you can compute that.